What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I am going to be walking you through how to become unrecognizable in 180 days and walking you through a full step-by-step free guide to self-mastery. Now, why am I making this video? Well, it's because I see so many men on a regular basis that are incredibly lost. They don't even know where to get started. They have so many different problems that are sucking so much of their energy, and they don't even know what to deal with first. Where do they start when it comes to a full transformation? Self-mastery is a lifelong process, and it often involves going back to your roots and stripping away everything to build yourself up from the ground up. So many people have developed so many limiting beliefs and destructive tendencies that completely destroy their judgment and their ability to set goals, their ability to focus, and their ability to ultimately make progress in the direction that they want to go. If you ever feel like whenever you try to get started, you just end up stuck and not going anywhere, this video is for you. I used to be so scattered in my life. I had no meaning. I felt no purpose. When I went back to my roots and I had a blueprint to begin my quest, everything changed. And this is the exact journey that I take my clients through. A transformation of the body, the mind, and the soul. And it all starts with honesty, all right? Understanding the severity of the situation that you are currently in. I want you to start by asking yourself the questions that matter. What vices are weighing you down? What is keeping you from making progress in the physical, the financial, the faith side of things, and in all other aspects of your life? Is it the drinking? Is it the alcohol? Is it the smoking? Is it your problems with lust? What is undermining your own view of yourself that you have gotten to a point where you don't even keep the promises that you make to yourself on a regular basis? So when you're starting with honesty, the first thing that you must do is strip away the muck. Remove all that of which is not helpful. The negative self-talk, the blaming others for your situation, the doubt that comes from all the previous times you tried and failed. I want you to redefine your definition of failure. Failure is doing those things. Failure is saying the words, I give up, or maybe I wasn't meant to be special, or I don't deserve to have the kind of life that I want so bad. I want you to start to monitor your mind. When you notice yourself slipping into a victim mindset and telling yourself these lies, identify it as the voice of the devil in your ear. You see, most people have let their shoulder devil get way too many words in. Most people can't even remember what it was like to hear the angel on the other shoulder because they've stopped listening to him so much that he dissipates into nothingness. A lot of guys come through my program that are out of shape, addicted to porn, addicted to food, addicted to scrolling, all consumption, no creation. They are giving every ounce of power and energy that they have in life away to someone else, to something else. Well, that's about to change. After honesty comes trust. Now that you know what is holding you back and you've identified it, you've labeled it, you need to start building up credibility with yourself. For years, you have been breaking the promises that you've made to yourself, telling yourself that you're going to lock in finally, that you're finally going to start putting in the work when it comes to your physical state, when it comes to your finances. You need to start showing yourself that you can sacrifice pleasures for something greater to be built in the future, all right? Now ask yourself the very crucial question. Who are you going to be? Craft your vision statement. What do you want your character to look like? As a man, you get to choose. That's part of the joy of being a man. It's part of the fun. Don't be afraid to write it down. I did the exact same thing. Ask yourself the questions. What kind of person do I want to be? What do you want to look like? How do you treat others? What do you do for work? What color is the car that you drive? What kind of car do you drive? What are the values that you hold? What are the principles that you want to live by? Change your style to fit how you want your character to dress. It's something so simple that people don't really focus on. Just simply changing your clothes that you wear on a regular basis can make you feel as if you are living as a different person. See, every single decision, every single action that you make on a daily basis is either working towards or away from this character that you are trying to create. With everything that you do, ask yourself, would the ideal version of myself do this? Would the character that I am trying to become do this action? Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to the version of yourself that is the person that you want to be. Focus your life around your own success, not trying to achieve something that somebody else has. You need to be rid of all bitterness and envy. It's time to start living your life. And where do we start? With the three main focuses: your body, your mind, and your soul. To improve in one of these areas is to improve in all of them. You are no longer just seeking success in one aspect, but rather every single one, through accepting that they are all intrinsically connected: body, mind, and soul. Now, some key notes, things that you need to keep in mind when it comes to the transformation, is that the physical transformation is the cornerstone of developing your new identity. It gives you confidence that your metamorphosis into something new is truly taking place. And you are reminded of the sacrifices that you make whenever you look in the mirror or whenever you eat a meal. Train your body every single day. It doesn't need to be resistance training every single day, but it needs to be cardio, mobility, weightlifting, or some sort of sport every fucking day. No excuses, no missing out. You don't have access to a gym? Your body is your gym. Go do calisthenics, go for a run. This is what I work with clients on. This is how I encourage them. Building a routine that targets their weaknesses and moves them towards being able to be the version of themselves that they want to be. Get 10,000 steps in every single day. Go get active. Move your body. Nutrition allows you to fuel yourself properly. It's not about what you want to eat. It's about what is good for you to eat. What is fueling this new version of yourself. Nutrition is the foundation of maintaining discipline. You have to die to yourself with every single meal. We live in a world of temptations, and every single meal is a chance to overindulge. Treat your nutrition as a chance to starve your desires. Put yourself in a state of fasting by choosing to eat things that are less processed. I build meal plans for my clients very similar to bodybuilder meal plans. It's nutrition that is designed for transformation, not for self-gratification. I would recommend mainly educating yourself with books, audiobooks that help you in developing a specific skill. Throw out the fiction. That can be used for fun. It has its place, but you need a strong foundation of literature that is forcing you to grow. It should be uncomfortable. I highly recommend studying human psychology. Understanding how the brain works and how people work will be the best thing that you do, not only for your own relationships, but for your business and for your communication skills. I make personal recommendations to my clients based off of where they are and where they are trying to go. Working every single day on feeling the presence of your almighty creator. This takes work. Get on your knees when you roll out of bed in the morning and pray. You don't even have to be a Christian like I am in order to do this. Prayer grounds you. Ask for wisdom. Ask for peace. Ask for resilience along the journey that you have decided to embark on. Ask for forgiveness for the places that you've made mistakes. Ask for blessing upon your future endeavors. Even if you don't believe that there is a God, if you are watching this video, you must understand the importance of sacrifice. Because in order to become someone new, in order to be reborn, you must sacrifice the old self. That includes the habits, the vices, the things that give the easy dopamine hit. Your journey to self-mastery is a spiritual one, not just a physical one, not just a financial one. You cannot ignore the spiritual aspect. Part of the goal is to have other people look at you and genuinely see you as a different person. People treat other people based off of how much money they have, how they dress, how in shape they are, how much confidence they can tell they have in themselves. The transformation here shouldn't just be subtle. It should have people asking, where did the old version of you go? Who is this new person? Now, after you have started putting in the work and you understand that you must pursue excellence with the mind, the body, and the soul, comes crafting the routines, habits, and environment that encourage you to make the right choices. You see, setting a schedule for yourself is the perfect way to practice keeping promises to yourself. You need a routine for the weekdays, and you need one for the weekend. You need to be aware of the times throughout the day and during the week when the vices tend to creep in. When do you tend to fall into lust? What this truly becomes is a journey of self-exploration. You are understanding how your mind works, the different triggers that cause you to do certain things. As you become a creature of habit, you start to become a master at controlling yourself. Our body is a puppet of flesh controlled by the mind, and you must learn how to conduct it properly. Some key notes as far as establishing this routine is that you need to allow for boredom. Many of you struggle with thinking about a lot of the things that I have challenged you to think about so far in this video. It's because you're too busy consuming. Your imagination has evaporated. It has atrophied. Do you remember back when you were younger and you wanted to be something great? You wanted to be an astronaut. You wanted to be a professional sports star. Where has that imagination gone? It has been drowned in consumerism. So many ideas that are not yours, robbing you of your ability to find your true, authentic self. Make sure to allow for boredom. Spark your creativity with struggle. Wake up early, cold shower in the morning. Set the tone for the rest of the day. Replace your regular vice time, the time when those vices tend to creep in, with audio Bible, listening to audiobooks, exercise, or time with friends. No consuming too high dopamine activities at the same time. Watching TV while eating at the same time, relaxing on the couch while scrolling. Only let yourself do one of these things if you are also doing something difficult at the same time. Scroll while you do cardio. The weekend days are one of the biggest threats to allowing you to lock in. It has been ingrained in the human mind that you're supposed to be on top of your game 5 days per week. And then when the weekend rolls around, it's time to fuck off and throw everything out the window. Everything that is good, everything that is productive in your life, toss it out. Understand this is your programming. You need a new routine to take its place. This is why I encourage people to have a routine for weekdays as well as weekends. I challenge you to be a boring person for 6 months. Try not caring about what other people think about you. Maybe you're not going to be the fun guy as much anymore because you have to turn in earlier. You don't do stupid, spontaneous things or go on a couple trips. Most people do the stupid things in their life because of peer pressure and because of FOMO, the fear of missing out, not because they actually want to do them. When you break free of the peer pressure and the FOMO, you start discovering what your life truly is and what you want from it, and not just what you want other people to think of your life. But at the same time, you must realize the importance of community. The most productive version of yourself understands that you are not supposed to be a complete lone wolf during this process. Yes, the road to self-mastery can feel very lonely because you are the only person who can put in tens of thousands of hours of work towards your craft and towards building your character. That is necessary for this kind of transformation. But in order to be your most productive self, you must understand that we are communal beings, created in the image of God. A God who is communal, a holy trinity, 3 in 1. If you completely isolate yourself, you will find your mental starting to hold you back. The most productive version of yourself has a mentor who is further along in life than where you are right now and is on a similar path to the one that you want to be on. The most productive version of yourself has a community based around fitness and staying on top of your training and nutrition. The most productive version of yourself has a community of other men devoted towards reading the scripture and seeking spiritual enlightenment, spiritual growth. I myself isolated so much when I first fully committed to this self-transformation with a blueprint. I fell apart. Anxiety, depression, and battles of the mind crippled my performance in every aspect. I found a Bible group. I created a fitness community. I had mentors pouring into me, all of which I would start to commune with. This is why the fitness community aspect is such an important part of my program. 100 men holding each other accountable, joking with each other, encouraging each other during the difficult times. Your routine must consist of the main challenges that reflect progress in the 3 different areas: the mind, body, and the soul. Training every day is mandatory. Cardio or resistance training. Spiritual reflection and prayer, it's required every single day. Education, preferably based around skills designed to help you level up. Cultivating a routine of gratitude and visualization that leads to motivation. Always have an overarching theme of challenge in your life, in the physical, financial, and the spiritual. Always be training for something or training towards something. Whether that is to compete in an obstacle course race, run a marathon, or compete in a bodybuilding show, whatever you decide to do, you need something that is constantly pushing you forward. A goal that you are shooting to achieve. Always be chasing the next promotion at work. Always be asking for that next raise. If you are chasing financial freedom through entrepreneurship, you must become a weapon. You must become a Swiss Army knife. You must develop every single skill that is necessary in order for you to survive. Sales, marketing, brand building, productization, storytelling, advertising, and the list goes on. All of the skills required in order to create a product and successfully place that product in the hands of the masses. Always be diving deeper spiritually. Always be diving deeper spiritually. Always be seeking to understand the God that created you. For you were made in His image. And when you start to understand Him more, you start to understand yourself a lot better. A lot of people will tell you motivation doesn't matter. It's discipline that matters. But at the end of the day, motivation is the key. It's very difficult to stay motivated. You need a routine that helps you harness your devotion, which is commitment to achieving the goal, and your conviction, which is the fear of things remaining the same or even going backwards. When you are motivated, you tend to do much better work. You tend to do it faster. You tend to enjoy life more when you're doing it. So therefore, you tend to do more of it. You need the combination of devotion and conviction driving you forward every step of the way, keeping you motivated, keeping you doing good work. You need an abundance mindset, not moving forward through life assuming famine, but rather assuming prosperity. You see, pessimists look intelligent, but optimists get it done and make money. Optimists go out and make their dreams a reality because they don't let fear hold them back from moving at a quick pace. Fear keeps people from taking risks that involve betting on themselves. When you make bets with your life, with your future, and with your money, bet on yourself. Bet on your own work ethic. Bet on your own intelligence. Don't place bets where you don't have any control over the outcome. Your finance strategy should reflect these values. No betting or gambling on things that you can't control. You need a long-term strategy for finances based around building skills, providing value, and allowing your money to work for you in a passive way without diverting your attention from the things that actually matter, the things that have the greatest leverage. Focus is incredibly important. And most people fail in finances because they don't have the focus to continue moving forward in the same direction for longer than a year. They want everything now. They want it as fast as possible. And when they don't get it, they bounce to the next thing in a heartbeat. You need a resilience mindset. A resilience mindset entails having a firm grasp of what the truth is, that every difficult thing that happens in your life, every single struggle, no matter how pointless or gratuitous it may seem, can ultimately be used for good in building your character, your mindset. This is the mindset that allows you to have power and control in every situation. In the same way that your Creator had the power to take the most heinous, evil act ever committed on this planet, the torture, mutilation, and crucifixion of an innocent man who knew no sin, and turn it into the greatest good of all. The very blow that defeated death itself. No matter the pain, no matter how pointless the struggle may seem, everything difficult is refining you in the fire. Now, that being said, you have to understand that you yourself have to become the best judge of where you are at mentally. Average people are going to tell you everything that you're doing is extreme. It's all unhealthy and that you need to back off. And you need to learn to enjoy things more often. Like we talked about earlier, there's a healthy amount of community and social activity that every person requires in order to be the most productive version of themselves. And if you notice that you are falling short on that, you need to implement more social gatherings in order to make sure that that is not the case. But at the same time, make sure that you don't take advice from people that you don't want to be like. If you are on the journey for self-mastery, you have already separated yourself from the pack. So continue to go against the grain. You need to learn how to focus your energy through eliminating distractions and developing a view of people, a view of the world, a view of politics that actually benefits you. You see, a man is distracted when he doesn't have a code or a value system that guides him through life, that leads the way. Your code determines how you act. Your value system determines how you vote, how you think, how you interact with other people. You must find your hills to die on. What really matters in your life? What are you going to stand for? Because if a man will not die for anything, that man has no life worth living. Put together your core principles that align with your values and with your mission. These must be things that you never forsake. You cling to them. You start to find your identity in being a man of principle. Now, if you are struggling with this process and you feel like you are lost, like you cannot break free of your vices, and you feel like you are lacking knowledge on how to continue making progress in all of these realms, or you are simply looking to expedite your growth through learning on how to lock in and how to make progress in your life with fitness, with finances, and with your faith, with your routine, your consistency, and your discipline, and your motivation, I have built what I believe to be the best program out there for men. I work with 100 men in a community where they focus solely on improving themselves, mind, body, and soul, getting in better shape, taking power back, and restructuring themselves from the ground up, becoming unrecognizable within 6 months is the goal. And the results have been incredible. To watch these guys go into the program on one side and come out somebody different gives me zeal to go and make these videos for you guys, to encourage you and show you that it is possible. But you need a blueprint, you need mentors, you need a community along the way, or you are going to fail, just like every other time you have tried to reinvent yourself. Take it seriously this time. And if you are interested in my coaching and joining my program, you can feel free to check out the link in the description or in the pinned comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to save it if you found it profoundly impactful. Drop a singular thumbs up on the video in the comment section if you watched all the way through to the end, because that means that you have an attention span of steel, and I really want to give you props for that. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.